Okay. He mentioned something about a girl? By the way, Vice Commissioner, could I ask what woman you were referring to just now? I'm curious too. Is it someone we should be wary about? Huh? Why would my wife be... Oh. I mean, mind your own business. It's got nothing to do with you. Now get back to work. Go on. Yes, sir. Understood. All of that was just about his old lady. Perhaps the tight leash she has him on is beginning to chafe. Whatever the case, I think he'd appreciate us keeping quiet about this. So this wasn't about this case at all, my goodness. Why is he even here? Okay. So we've visited everything, actually. What are we doing? What are we doing now? The first half of the conference is scheduled to conclude at 3 p.m. Of course, that could change slightly depending on how things go inside. The conference is currently in session. If you'd like to observe, you can do so from the gallery. Okay, we've talked to everyone. We obviously can't enter. We can go up to the gallery. Anything suspicious? The dignitaries have personal rooms on this floor. The first on the right is for the mayor and the speaker. After that is Prince Oliver. The furthest room to the back has been reserved for Chancellor Osborne. They are unoccupied at present, save for the cleaning staff, so feel free to enter. They're not unoccupied. This is the mayor's room. The speaker. Osborne. They're still in there. Everything looks fine. The rooms here in the West Wing are reserved for the visiting dignitaries from Remiferia, Libel, and Calvard. For their privacy, we've limited patrols on this floor to only what's necessary. That may sound flawed, but do understand that our guests are heads of state. We are obligated to provide them a certain amount of confidentiality. The dignitaries are also being accompanied by their own personal escorts during any recesses, so security shouldn't be an issue. This is the room reserved for Prince Albert of Remiferia. From what I understand, the Grand Prince has an extensive knowledge of music. As it happens, I'm currently preparing Speaker McDowell's private record collection for him to enjoy. Okay. Sweep, 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 we went dusting up a storm today. There's not a speck out of place on this potted plant. Now that I'm done with it, time to double check for any spots I missed. Wow, very hardworking. Oh, you're those police officers they have on patrol, aren't you? That's us. Sorry if we're interrupting. Okay. And you're Princess Claudia's little friend, Sieg, was it? This must be the gear falcon Kia told me about. Grease, grease. Okay, I can't make gear falcon noises. What's the little guy saying? And could you translate for us, Tio? He said, hello again, SSS, and nice to meet you, Tio. So he remembers us after all. Clever bird. Scree, scree! I always remember the faces of Princess Claudia's friends. Well, I'm honored to hear you say that, Sieg. Scree! Aww. Cute. We've talked to them already. Something's amiss with the drinks. Oh Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Speaking with all the stuff. Do we really need to speak with all of them? Please. Wow, the view from this corridor is really impressive. Staring into the distance makes you feel like you're floating on top of the clouds. Ah, no, I've got to stay alert. I'm on duty here. The conference is finally here. Okay, yeah. Tension in the air. Okay, let's speak to everyone. The mayor and speaker will be sharing this room. Oh, yeah, we've talked to you already. I heard Prince Oliver is especially fond of red roses, so I took the liberty of fetching some to decorate his room with. I hope he enjoys them. This room will be set aside for Prince Oliver during today's intermission. His Highness is quite renowned among the imperial upper crust for his refined tastes and unique pursuits. Unique? Knowing that makes me want to put all of my energy into preparing this room to his liking. Yeah, his pursuits are quite unique. Okay. I think we've talked to everyone on this floor. Yeah. Today's trade conference is of great interest. I'm hoping it leads to further economic development. Oh yeah, we've talked to you. Oh, SSS. Yeah. Oh, let me know. Okay. We've talked to you. We've talked to you. What? If terrorists really do attack, we can only guess what they'd be after. Yeah. We don't know. Any loud noises you make in this room will carry over next door and disrupt the conference. As such, we ask that you remain as quiet as possible while you're here. How very rude. Very rude indeed. So we've talked to everyone on this floor. Hey SSS, you spoke with Vice Commissioner Pierre just now, didn't you? Is he doing alright? Well... Depends on how you define alright for that guy. You could say he's the same as ever. Is he? It seemed a little docile of him to leave everything to Dudley instead of taking charge himself. Docile, huh? Well, that's not too surprising after the frustrating year he's been through. Keep in mind, he's one of 2 vice commissioners the CPD keeps on staff. And it was the other one who got the promotion after our last commissioner was dismissed earlier in the year. Right, that did happen. We've never actually met with the new commissioner before though. The thing is, between the 2 of them, Vice Commissioner Pierre is the one who has more experience. Really? So you mean he got passed over for someone with less years on the force? Now it's starting to add up. Not to be rude, but it's a little tough for me to picture Vice Commissioner Pierre as head of the police to begin with. All in all, I think the decision makes sense. Why do you say that? But despite the way he behaves, I can't help but sympathize. Being passed over for someone with less years of service must be killing him. Life comes at you fast. Who wouldn't be bitter? That's what I'm saying. The Vice Commissioner's going through his fair share of hard times right now. I know I'm asking a lot there, but try to keep all of that in mind when speaking with him. He may not do a good job of showing it between all the scolding and chiding, but I think he truly does care about the SSS. Really now? Okay. I'll take your word for it. That's not the impression I had from the last game, but oh well. Every single time. Even I can. I know I could. Did we speak with everyone? No. Oh, Captain Grant, a pleasure to see you. Hey, Grant, working hard? Good day, Sergeant Major Sika. You as well, Sergeant Orlando. Though I suppose neither one of you is technically part of the CGF at the moment. That's true, but my leave is only temporary. You can address me by whatever you find easiest. I don't really care either way. Are you two the only representatives from the CGF on this floor? That we are. It's out of consideration for the dignitaries and members of the press, you might say. Part of the CGF's orders for this assignment is to stay out of their sight and minimize exposure, hence the bare-bones deployment. It sounds like the reasoning goes deeper than that. It does. Essentially, the decision is a way of tiptoeing around the two major powers. While the Guardian Force's weaponry is restricted by state law, it still functions the same as any other state military. We stay within budget, but a great deal of our funding goes toward maintaining and improving the arms we are allowed to have. Those expenditures would be an easy point of contention if they were out in the open during the conference. Out of sight and out of mind, in other words. Diplomacy can be one fickle mistress. All true, but I try not to think about it too much. In the end, the both of us are only up here for appearance's sake. Still, there's an entire company of guardsmen one story below ready to mobilize at a moment's notice. Should something happen, they'll be on this floor within seconds, rest assured. Good to know. We'll be counting on you if it comes to that. It's up to us to keep everyone safe today, Sergeant Major Sika. Let's put our backs into it. You can entrust the security of this floor to me and Captain Grant. Roger that. So the CGF is in this room. We're accustomed to protecting government, property and dignitaries alike. Whether it's the anniversary festival or this international conference, handling large-scale events is all just part of the job. All of us in the security division are contributing to keeping Orcus Towers safe. Our members are practical combat specialists who train constantly for emergencies. Should the worst come to pass, I can assure you that we are just as capable as the Crossbell Guardian Force. That's assuring. We've been keeping in contact with our surrounding posts, nothing out of the ordinary. You six should continue patrolling. I'll leave you to it. Really? What are we still doing? Do we have to talk to everyone again? No way. Okay, yeah. Da-da-da. Okay. So, oh.
よし。これで一通り回ったか。
今のところは特に問題なさそうですね。
ああ。この調子でもう一度見て回るとしようぜ。
Oh my god.
会議の方はどうなっているのかしら。
そうだな。市長や議長が頑張っているとは思うけど。
問題は鉄血宰相にロックスミス大統領ですか。
まあ休憩時間になったら誰かに聞けばいいんじゃない？
Is it intermission? Oh, 3:05 p.m. The trade conference finally reached its halfway point. Before the intermission officially began, the heads of state held a brief press conference. Meanwhile, Lloyd and the others took the opportunity to speak with Mr. Grimwood, who'd started his break ahead of the others.
なるほど。そんな事情で君たちも警備に参加したのか。
ええ、正直気休め程度にしかなっていないかもしれませんが。
いやいや、市長暗殺未遂事件で大金星を挙げた君たちだ。この場にいてくれるだけでも私としては非常に心強いよ。
Oh, thank
そう言
you.
っていただけると。
ありがたいっすね。
それで先生、会議の方はどうなんですか？さほど荒れた雰囲気は感じられませんでしたが。
ああ、今のところは順調だよ。いくつかの通商協定には各国の同意も得られたし、ディーター市長の呼びかけも無駄にならなかったようだね。
そうですか。ちょっと安心ですね。
しかし今のところってことは何か懸念でもあるのかな。
そうなんですか。
オブザーバーである私の口から言うのもなんだが、前半は貿易や金融などの経済的な議案がほとんどだったんだ。しかし会議の後半は各国首脳から定義される議案、しかもどうやらクロスベルの安全保障に関する話が出るらしい。
それは
安全保障ってことは軍事の話も入るってことか。
でも、2年前に締結された不戦条約もありますよね。
That's not good.
あれはリベールの女王陛下が当時のクロスベルの危機的状況を抑えるために提案したものだ。レミフェリアは関わっていないし、何よりクロスベルそのものが不戦条約には関わっていない。その意味でそれとは別の新たな安全保障の枠組みが求められているのは確かでね。
確かにそれは祖父も懸念していました。
We didn't sign the pact?
クロスベルを交えた新たな条約を結べばいいのでは。
そうですよ。不戦条約と同じ国家間の争いを武力で解決するのを禁止するような枠組みを。
そうか。クロスベルは国家じゃない。
It's
帝
not?
国と共和国によって承認された自治州でしかない。
What's the difference?
そう、それはつまり国際条約を締結できるような国家主権を持っていないということだ。経済的な協定は結べても対等な立場での条約は結べない。それが結果的にこの地の安全保障をひどく危うくさせてしまっているわけだ。
Oh boy.
ややこしいがなんとなく分かってきたぜ。
すみません。ちょっといいですか？クロスベル以外にも自治州というのはあります。レマン自治州、オレド自治州、ノーザンブリア自治州。それらの自治州も同じように国際条約は結べないのですか？
いや、そんなことはない。
Okay.
確かにそれらの自治州もそれぞれの歴史的事情によって国家としては成立していないが、宗主国から移譲される形で同等の主権が認められている。
宗主国。
それらの自治州が決定的にクロスベルと異なる点、それは成立を承認したのがアルテリア公国ということなの。
アルテリア報告というと七葉教会の総本山だったっけ。
ええ、国土は小さいけど宗教的な権威を持っているから、自治州や自由都市の多くはあそこに頼って成立しているの。
だがクロスベルは帝国と共和国に承認されて成立する自治州、いわば宗主国を2つも持っている形になっているんだ。
Okay.
そ
Wow.
してそれが歴史的にさまざまなねじれと悲劇を生んだ。クロスベルに少しでも主権が認められればもう少し状況は変わるのでしょうけど、それを二大国が認めることは永遠にありえないでしょうね。
そんな。
ため息が出てしまいますね。
話を戻すが、どうやら宰相と大統領はそれぞれ安全保障に関する提案があるらしい。無論それは対等な条約を各国が結ぶというものではない。今頃議長や市長たちは警戒を強めているところだろうね。
So both Erebonia and Calvard think Crossbell is part of their own nation, but is just granted autonomy? Is that it? That can't be it, right?
すまない。不安にさせてしまったようだな。まあ、マクダエル議長などはこのような状況は慣れっこだろう。それにディーター市長の方は何やら策があるようでね。
策ですか？
それはどういう？
いや、詳しい話は私も聞いていないんだが。
失礼します。特務支援課ロイド・バニングスです。
バニングス、こちらは記者会見が終わった。首脳たちは36階に引き上げたが、お前たちはどこにいる？
Uh-oh.
はい、34階の休憩室ですが、何かありましたか？
実はオズボーン宰相とロックスミス大統領からそれぞれ申し入れがあった。休憩時間中、お前たちと直接話がしてみたいそうだ。
But the SSS? Why?
相手が相手だ。さすがに断ることもできん。休憩時間中に36階にある両首脳の部屋を訪ねるがいい。左翼の採用が大統領、右翼の採用が宰相の部屋だ。
待ってください。一体何がどうして？さすがに荷が重すぎますよ。
甘えるな、バニングス。両者の思惑を伺えるまたとない機会だろうが。
わかりました。すぐに両首脳のところに向かいます。
いざという時はエリー城に頼れ。ビップ相手は慣れているはずだ。
Okay.
話が終わったら報告に来い。
了解です。
ロイド、今のは？
おいおい、不穏なことを言ってやがらなかったか？
ああ。
Lloyd explained to the others everything.
へえ、マジかい？
どうやら冗談ではなさそうですね。
いやはや、驚いたな。どうやら思っていた以上に特務支援課の名前は知れ渡っているようだ。
いや、両首脳のスタッフにそれぞれ知り合いがいるんです。それで興味を持たれただけかもしれません。
なるほど。そいつはありそうだな。
だとしても断るわけにはいかないわね。
ああ、36階の左翼と右翼の採用の部屋だ。早速訪ねてみよ
う。了解です。イエスさん。
Oh gosh, why would they wanna meet with us? We're nobody, right? We're nobody. Why would they wanna speak to us? Oh boy.
あれは
Lecter and Claudia?
そうですか。ルーシー先輩と。
ああ、この前レミフェリアに出張した時にばったりとな。なんとか逃げようとしたんだが、うんずかばっちまったよ。何発殴られたと思う？
一発も。代わりにしがみつかれて泣かれてしまったんじゃないですか？
Who's Lucy?
ルーシー先輩の気持ちはわかりますから。多分先輩が普段どれだけ危険なことをしているのか気づいたんじゃないかと思います。
女ってのはたまに恐ろしく鋭くなるからな。やりにくくて仕方ねえぜ。
自業自得ですね。懐かしいな。レオ先輩とも会っていませんし、いずれ同窓会。先輩ダメですよ。そこはおお見知らぬあたりでパーッと豪勢にやるかとか言ってくれないと。
一本取られたな。約束はできんが、ま、努力はしてみるさ。期待しないで待っててくれ。
わかりました。楽しみに待っています。それでは私はこれで失礼します。
ああ、 ジークのやつにもよろしく言っといてくれ。
Salami?
やれやれ、ほんと成長してやがんな。さすがは次期女王陛下。あんたらもそう思わないか？
He knows we're here.
気づかれてたか。
すみません。立ち聞きするつもりはなかったんですが。
そのつい聞こえてしまって。
Oh, that's a lie.
リーさん、すごく興味津々でしたね。
Tio, what are you doing?
ティオちゃん。
いやでも気になるぜ。一国のお姫様相手にずいぶんお安くないじゃねえの。
ああ、学校の後輩ってだけだ。と言っても日曜学校じゃなくてジェニス王立学園ってところだが。
ジェニス王立学園、確かリベールにある有名な高等学校だったかな。
ええ、確かに留学生も多く受け入れているけど。
それじゃあ国費で留学されていたんですか？
いや、ポケットマネーさ。ギリアスのおっさんのな。そんじゃ俺もこれで失礼させてもらうぜ。ああ、そういやあんたらタヌキどもに呼ばれてるんだってな。どちらも一筋縄じゃいかないからせいぜい気をつけとけよ。
相変わらず怪しさてんこ盛りな人ですね。
リベールの次期女王の先輩にあたる情報将校か。ますます興味深いね。
いずれにしても彼が鉄血宰相の配下として動いているのは確かだ。何を狙っているのか見極める必要がありそうだな。
To think we would have missed this conversation had we come up with the elevator. The head honchos want to meet us. Okay. What, we want to first meet with the president first rather than the chancellor?
お待ちしていました。クロスベル警察特務支援課の方々ですね。
はい、こちらが大統領閣下の。
ええ、あなた方が来たら通すように言われています。どうぞ中にお入りください。
それでは。
失礼します。大陸最大の国家の一つカルバードの首脳ですか？
さすがにちょいとばかり緊張してきたぜ。
失礼します。閣下、クロスベル警察特務支援課、お招きにより参上しました。
おお、よく来てくれたな。遠慮はいらんよ。さあ座ってくれたまえ。
はい。
それではお言葉に甘えて。
いきなり驚いただろう。いやー、こんな時でもないと時間が取れんと思ったもんでな。忙しいだろうにすまんな。
いえ、そんな。
お気遣いいただき恐縮です。
確か君はマクダエル市長のお孫さんだったかな。確か前に祝賀会か何かでお目にかかったことはないかね。
はい、祖父の付き添いで共和国を訪ねた折にお目にかかっています。一昨年のことになりますね。
おお、確かにそうだった。しかしあのマクダエル市長が今は退かれて自治州議長とは。あのお年にしてあの情熱、まさに政治家の鏡というものだ。
祖父が聞いたらきっと喜ぶと思います。ところで閣下、今日はどのようなご用で？
君たちの話はキリカ君から聞いていたのでな。シュバルツオークションの顛末も痛快だったそうじゃないかね。こう言っちゃなんだが、前のハルトマンという議長は鼻持ちならない男だったからな。その失脚のきっかけを作った功労者たちの顔ぶれは一度見ておきたかったんだ。
恐縮です。
まあどっちかというと勝手に自滅しただけみたいですけど
そうですね。あんな教団と関わっていた時点でアウトではないかと。
そうそう、それとその教団だ。 DG 教団、大陸各地で悪さをしていたが最大の被害者は我が国でな。連中にとどめを刺してくれたことも改めて礼を言いたかったのだよ。
いえ、当然のことをしただけですから。それに自分たちの貢献などほんの些細なもので。
謙遜はやめたまえ。何でも警備隊すら操られていた危機的状況だったそうじゃないか。そんな中、一人の少女を守って邪悪な教団に立ち向かった。いやはや、なかなかできることじゃない。
いや、本当に恐縮です。
過分なお言葉、痛み入ります。
実際あの事件が下手に転んだら大変なことになっていただろう。 IBC も邪悪な教団に占拠され、国際貿易と金融がストップする。そうすれば共和国経済にも深刻なダメージだったに違いない。
それは。
そうなると君たちには勲章でも送らないと格好がつかんかもしれんな。
おお。
よし、帰ったらすぐにでも豪勢なのを手配させてもらおう。
Did he just decide it right now?
ちょっとお待ちください。
自治州での事件なのに共和国政府から勲章をもらうのはちょっとおかしいような。
マクダエルのじい様からもすでに表彰状をもらってるしな。
何もおかしいことはない。クロスベルの問題はすなわち宗主国である我が国の問題だ。
Not sure if we agree with that.
そんな顔をするもんじゃない。鉄血宰相にも呼ばれておるのだろう。もう少し話したいところだが、そろそろ行くといいだろう。
Oh my god.
勲章は必ず手配するから楽しみに待っててくれたまえよ。
These awards, they're not for us. They're for showing off. Oh no.
お疲れ様でした。オズボーン宰相のお部屋は反対側になると思います。
あ、どうも。
わざわざありがとうございます。
いえ、それでは。
How did we get involved in this proxy war?
人当たりはいいけど、さすが大国のトップだね。とんでもない大狸じゃないか。
ワジ君、めったなこと言わないの。
でも結構露骨でしたよね。私たちを威圧するのが目的ではなさそうですが。
多分体裁を整えるのが目的だったんだと思うわ。共和国の大統領が教団事件の解決に貢献した私たちに勲章を贈るという体裁が。
クロスベルの事件は自分たちにとっての事件、つまり宗主国としての領有権を改めて強調してきたのか。おい
おい、そのために呼んだのかよ。
Yep, that was the reason.
やっぱりとんでもねえな。
まあ、自治州議会の議員とは明らかに格が違いそうだね。
最初の方はどんな話があるんでしょ
う。わからない。とにかく腹をくくっておこう。
He probably also wants to put medals on us in an equivalent way, maybe not literal medals. Oh my god, the medals are not for us, they're for showing that Crossbell belongs to the Republic. This is... I can't even find the words for it. This is... evil. Good to see you again, SSS. Did you have a status update to make? Nothing to report for now. What about the two of you? Have you learned anything? Unfortunately not. Things have been quiet this far. We're exhausting every avenue on the Erebonian side of things as well. But unfortunately, neither the nobles nor the reformists are intent on giving us any leads. That's unfortunate. A big goose egg from both imperial factions then, huh? They seem like real peaches to deal with. Yesterday, Prince Oliver mentioned the possibility of creating a third faction, didn't he? It's been on my mind ever since. If you wouldn't mind, Major, could you tell me more about his intentions? Ellie? Well, it's only natural you'd be curious. I'm not supposed to say much, but I don't think there'll be any harm in sharing a bit with the SSS. To put it metaphorically, you could say the prince is attempting to shatter some long-standing barriers. Barriers, huh? That's something we're all too familiar with. Basically, there are irreconcilable differences between the noble and reformist factions, but that won't stop him. He aims to have the two come to terms anyway, as absurd as that sounds. The prince is trying to get the reformist and noble factions to reconcile? I understand his starry-eyed idealism isn't the divide between the two sides as wide as Guerrilla Canyon itself. Was he? Don't be so rude. He's absolutely right. Still, the prince has committed himself to dancing toe-to-toe with a monster, despite how ludicrous it may appear. He's fully aware of what people call him behind his back, a showy, debaucherous, bastard prince whose only concern is his leisurely wants. Let them talk. I've decided to stand by him regardless. I see, that's very admirable. The prince will always have an ally in Libel, Major Miller, just as Princess Claudia has stated. We may not always be able to intervene directly, but we'll assist you both. Thank you, Senior Captain. I'm truly grateful. The prince must truly be loved to have so many valuable allies. I don't know if I'd go that far, but there's no question that he has a certain effect on people. Still, the best thing that could happen today would be the trade conference ending without incident. That is the objective. We'll be counting on you. Okay. Oh boy.
あれが最小の部屋か。多分あそこを訪ねたら休憩時間も終わりだろう。他にやり残したことはないかな。
What do we need to do beforehand? The mayor is not in here. Oh, Prince Oliver. I see. We share the same hopes for the bright men and women that will one day lead our people. Indeed, what's truly special about them is their hearts and minds, so pure yet fertile, like a garden basking in the morning dew. That's why more and more of... good afternoon, SSS. Care to join in on our chat? Sure, if we're not interrupting, that is. What were the two of you discussing? His Highness here happens to be on the board of directors for a prestigious military academy. We were just discussing the finer details of his duties. The board of directors, those would be the individuals responsible for how the school is operated, correct? Damn, that's one hell of a side gig. It's just another one of my many schemes to get my name out there is all. I think the mayor here has contributed far more than I have. You are involved too, Mayor Qua? He is simply meant as a business partner. The IBC is the Epstein Foundation's benefactor, and it just so happens that the foundation is part of the major test being held by the Academy. Really? I had no idea. That does remind me, I've heard that orbital network tests have also begun in the Empire. No surprise the continent's largest bank has clout in every country in some form or another. Quite right. I dare say our little talk today was preordained by the goddess herself. What do you say to being a guest lecturer at the Academy one day? Though, I have to warn you that faculty-student relationships are strictly prohibited. Okay? The way you say that almost make it sound like you're encouraging it. Tio is 14! Or something. Oh, an amusing fellow like yourself must be quite popular, Prince Oliver. I just have to steal you away for a night of drinks once this is all over. Mayor Qua, aren't you married? I'd love nothing more, my friend. We'll have a rousing good time, you and me. It looks like His Highness and Uncle Dieter have really hit it off. I'll say, I guess they have more in common than I realized. That sounded vaguely sexual. But okay. McDowell is not here. Shall we have a look at the other rooms? Oops. That's the Prince of Remiferia. We're done deliberating for now, but I'm absolutely exhausted after facing both Osborne and Rocksmith at once. Oh, now, don't you sell yourself short, your lordship. You've grown quite capable of commanding the room when needed. Oh, McDowell is here. I'd say your predecessors would be proud of the way you handled yourself in there. It's been 5 years since I ascended to the throne. Remiferia's domestic order has finally been secured, but I've much to learn as a statesman. Ah, look who it is. Good afternoon, SSS. Pardon our interruption. Ah, so you're the SSS. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about your exploits from Arios. Arios? You know, Arios, your lordship? I do. I've enjoyed a healthy rapport with the Bracer Guild for quite some time now. Arios in particular has long been a close personal friend of mine. Wow, I never would have guessed. Of course, he's not the only Crossbell I'm acquainted with. It's good to see you again, Ellie. You've achieved much during your time with the SSS, from what I hear. You flatter me, your lordship. I'm glad to see that you're doing well. Wow, Ellie knows the Grand Prince of Remiferia? Her vast network of connections is nothing new, but to think it spread so far as to include a world leader. Mademoiselle Elise running around in social circles as plebes couldn't even dream of. It's a great comfort indeed to have Crossbell's famed police division on security detail. Famed? Oh, you mean the first division. For a second he thought he meant us. As a matter of fact, I'm told you once even saved Speaker McDowell's life. It would seem we're in good hands. Wait, is he actually talking about us? I think you may be expecting a little too much from us. Not at all. I too find your presence here most reassuring. We'll need that peace in mind to properly navigate the second half of the conference. About that, do you expect the upcoming discussions to become problematic, Grandfather? I do. Like the first half, I suspect the faults of Crossbell State will be thrust into the spotlight one after another. The faults? To which the major powers will no doubt be as demanding as they've ever been. However, I'm also concerned about Dieter. During our latest diet session, he was rather enthusiastic about introducing some truly radical ideas. Ooh, what? Such drive comes with youth, and I do respect that. However, I worry about what direction it might take us today. What did he suggest? I hadn't thought about it that way. Mr. Grimwood alluded to Mayor Qua having some kind of plan for the last half of the conference. I can't profess to know the details myself, but I'm certain he'll bring it to the table sooner or later. And whether it turns out for good or for ill depends entirely on how the conference proceeds. Isn't that right, Speaker? Precisely. Speaker, it is imperative that I lend my utmost support to Mayor Qua during the trade conference. It's no simple duty to be sure, but I will do what I can to fulfill it. Of course. Best of luck, Grandfather. Oh boy, this is the first I've heard about that. What is Mr. Qua planning? Claudia. May I ask you a question, Sieg? How do you suppose grandmother would have handled this if she'd been the one to come? Scree! You have a point. I suppose I can't help being the way I am. Oh, hello, SSS. Sorry if we're interrupting, Your Highness. It's nothing to concern yourselves over. I was merely thinking aloud. To be honest, I'm glad you came to visit. Your Highness, are you also concerned over what may happen during the second half of the conference? Partially, yes. But I was actually reflecting on something a tad broader. As Crown Princess, I have a fair bit of knowledge when it comes to diplomatic negotiations. But to be a good negotiator takes many skills. Insight, judgment, and objectivity, for instance. The first half of the conference made me painfully aware that I still have room for growth. So that's what's bothering you. Give yourself some credit. Knowing where you can improve is half the battle. That's right, and you're still only as old as Lloyd, Ellie, and myself, Your Highness. You're an inspiration, if you ask me. That's very kind of you to say. Still, being timid in a room like that is unavoidable at this stage in my career. But though the continent's troubles wait for no one, I nevertheless have to learn at my own pace and take everything in stride. That's a good approach. Just don't forget to cut loose and relax every now and then. Like now, for example, you only get one intermission. It would be a shame to waste it. Wazi, I swear to ideas, if you're thinking of inviting her out for a drink, or worse. It's alright, I was never one for excessive formalities. The lack of it is actually quite relaxing. Though now that I think about it, perhaps nostalgic is a better word. When I'm around all of you, I feel as if I'm speaking with Estelle, Joshua, and the rest of our friends. I'm not sure we can really compare, Your Highness. Well, I'd have to disagree with you. Oh, no, we couldn't possibly. Oh no, what did she say? As much as I would love to, we have somewhere else we need to be. Did she invite us for dinner or something? My apologies, I should have anticipated that. I won't keep you any longer. Please be careful today, everyone. I wish you all the best. And rest assured that I'll be giving my very utmost during the second half. We'll be rooting for you, Your Highness. Okay, well, we talked to everyone. We can still go somewhere. Shall we? Go somewhere? Maybe we can get into the conference room? Oh! We can! Wow. The logos, the flags of 5 nations. I mean, Crossbell is not a nation. I guess 4 nations and 1 city-state. Which one's which? So red is definitely the Empire, right? Remiferia might be the green one. Liberal might be the flying one. And this is the Republic. Probably Calvard. Oh, Pierre! My, what an amazing view. It's difficult to imagine any terrorists would take wing in such beautiful skies. Oh my god, is he hinting on some plane crashing into the skyscraper? Please don't. Yes, that's right. The mere notion is absurd. There's simply no way it could ever happen. He doesn't sound too convinced. Is this just an I don't know, an Easter egg hinting at real life, or is this actually actual foreshadowing? Alright, now to straighten out this microphone. I have to admit, I get a bit jittery thinking of how some of the most powerful people on the continent were sitting here just moments ago. We may not have planes, but we do have airships. Hello, Angie. Yeah, we're in the middle of an intermission. Oh, that's right. Class 7 is at Guerrilla Fortress right now. I'm a little worried about what the Imperial Liberation Front is up to, but they should be as fine as long as Crow's with them. I keep an eye out over on my end, so you guys be sure to do the same. Huh, that's not like any orbment I've ever seen before. It must have been co-developed by the Foundation and the Rhineford Company. It's a modern, almost a modern cell phone. Whatever it is that girl was talking about though, she seemed pretty on top of it all. Not just anyone can do that sort of thing. Maybe she's the mastermind. She's actually the mastermind. Is that Arios and Kilika? I believe so. What could they be talking about? Nearly a year has gone by since you left the guild. Are you adjusting well to your new job? More or less. Though the workload is so much heavier, it doesn't even begin to compare. So I imagine. And how has Shizuku been? As cheerful as ever, though sometimes I feel as though she's a bit too accommodating for a child her age. She was recently blessed with a wonderful friend as well. I've noticed that she smiles more often since then. That's good to hear. It's already been half a decade since Saya's passing, hasn't it? Saya? His wife? Not to mention 6 years since our first meeting. That's right, 6 years. You were wandering the continent when you came across Saya in Crossbell City by chance. As I remember it, she insisted you stay with our family while you were in town, no matter what. Imagine my surprise when I saw you working for the Bracer Guild in Libel 3 years later. The goddess works in mysterious ways. You never quite know what threads will end up tying people together. I'll never forget the hospitality the two of you showed me back then. My only regret is that I was unable to return the favor. There's no need to dwell. The fact that you remember it to this day would be more than enough for Saya. Sounds like those two knew each other before they met through the guild. Evidently so, but I feel like it would be rude to listen in any further. I agree, we should leave before we interrupt them. Let's interrupt them. Oh. Damn! I just remembered, Estelle and Joshua wanted to see you when you came earlier this year. They were disappointed to miss you when they heard you and Lynn had lunch together during the anniversary festival. Were they? It wasn't my intention to give them the cold shoulder. If time had permitted, I would have been more than happy to do a little catching up. That being said, I have heard plenty about their achievements. It's amazing to think those two are the same two rookies who came through the doors of the Zeiss branch 2 years ago. Indeed, they were invaluable to us during their stay. I should have expected as much from a pair that was raised by Cassius. I look forward to seeing how they continue to growth. That's right, Kilika used to be a Bracer Guild receptionist in Libel. That explains how she knows Estelle and Joshua. It's a small world, as they say. People often have fewer degrees of separations between them than you'd expect. Why are we standing here now? Do we go? No. Incidentally, I've heard that you've been keeping in contact with Zin. You could say that. Though we rarely get a chance to meet anymore, our positions being what they are. Wait, what is Zin doing? That's enough eavesdropping for one day. We should move along. No? Oh, okay, it repeats now. Damn! Come on, give me more about Zin. What happened to Zin? I can't remember. Okay, I think it's fine. Oh, actually no. we still can talk to the press, I guess. They're not here at all. At least Grace is not here. I knew trying to sneak onto the VIP floor was a bad idea. Where even is Grace right now anyway? Oh no, don't tell me she snuck off! To the VIP floor? Our forces have been scouring the premises for hours, but we still haven't seen hide or hair of any terrorists. Just where could those lowlifes be hiding? Maybe they will swoop in the second half. Dudley? How are you and your men faring, Captain Grant? Just fine. Everyone's standing by on high alert. They're used to being ready for an emergency at any moment. I suppose they would be. That's reassuring. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to go over how our forces will be deployed for the second half. Okay, let's leave them be. Oh! Who's that? Lecter? So, you're a coffee connoisseur too, eh? Grizzly Grim? You and the Chancellor would get along just fine.
Oh, I think His Excellency often enjoys a good cup himself then.
Yep, he likes it how he likes his despair. Black as ink on a moonless evening. He loves the stuff. I don't think I've ever seen him blink in all the years I've known him.
Is that so?
Well, that explains how he manages to keep his eyes on the ball all the time. The Chancellor and caffeine sound like a very intense combination. As dark and bitter as he likes his coffee. Okay, Grace is actually here and not in the VIP floor. So that's good. But speaking of VIP floors, I think we should be on the VIP floor. Oh, I think it's time.
クロスベル警察特務支援課だな。最小閣下がお待ちだ。そのまま入るがいい。
はい。
それでは失礼します。なんか偉そうですね。
さすが帝国軍人、無駄に威圧的だね。
失礼します。オズボーン最小閣下。
クロスベル警察特務支援課、お招きにより参上しました。
入ってきたまえ。この光景、実に見事だ。地上をこの高さから見下ろせるような建造物を人間が作り出せると。かつて映画を誇ったという古代文明に届く所業だろう。
確かに
1200年前のゼムリア文明のことですね。
ああ、なんでも魔法みたいに便利な文明があったそうだが、
単なる理想郷というわけでは必ずしもなかったようだ。昨年リベールの異変時に出現した巨大な浮遊都市、あれもゼムリアの時代に建造され、そして人の手で封印されたそうだ。人の可能性と愚かさの象徴として。
人の可能性と愚かさ。
その随分お詳しいのですね。
それほどでもない。特にクロスベルに関しては、ヨアヒムなる教団司祭ほどにも真実に至っていない。
そんなことまで。
それにわからないことがあるからこそ世の中というものは面白い。手の内が全て見えたゲームなど退屈の極みというものだ。そう思わないか、ワジヘミスフィア。
僕の名前もご存知なのか。
He probably knows all of us.
逆に名前しか知らないということかな。
Oh.
いや、さして興味がないというだけのことだ。闘神の継承の方がむしろ興味をそそられる。
帝国軍情報局、素晴らしい情報収集能力をお持ちのようですね。
エレボニア帝国政府代表ギリアス・オズボーンだ。諸君のことはレクターからいろいろと聞いている。それでは残りの休憩時間、話に付き合ってもらおうか。
それで最小閣下、お話に付き合うというのは一体どういう。
どうやら大抵のことはすでにご存知みたいですが。
何、単なるおしゃべりだ。もしくは意識調査と言い換えてもいいだろう。
意識調査。
ああ、直裁に尋ねよう。君たちはこのクロスベルがどれだけ持つと考えている。
What the heck?
また露骨な質問だね。
別に大はない。ただ栄枯盛衰は歴史の常。滅びなかった国は存在しない。ましてや動力革命によってあらゆるものが加速し始めたこの時代において、この因縁の地がどこまで現状のままでいられると思う。
それはいつまでもです。
Noel.
守ろうという意志が自治州の民にあるのならば。
ノエル。
そう、意志は常に重要だ。時に趨勢をひっくり返し、歴史そのものを動かすことも稀ではないだろう。人は無力な存在ではない。私もその可能性を信じている。
それじゃあ。
だがその意志同士がぶつかり合った場合は、
Oh boy.
簡単だ。小さな意志はより大きな意志に飲み込まれ、その火星を大きくするだろう。そうして生まれた豪華が地上にいくつも現れた時、あらゆる正義と倫理は灼熱に溶け、世界は一面の炎に包まれる。そんな光景が容易に原始できるのではないか。
確かに帝国や共和国に比べたら小さな石かもしれません。ですが大きな炎が小さな炎を必ず飲み込むとは限らないでしょう。かつて帝国の侵攻を退けたリベール王国のように。
12年前の100日戦役か。
その通り。意志には強さが問われる。リベールの小さくも強き意志が帝国の大きく乱れた意志に見事打ち勝ったということ。それは確かにクロスベルにとって一つの教訓と言えるだろう。果たしてクロスベルの民にリベールの民ほどの誇りと強さが備わっているかは知らん。休憩時間も終わりだ。話はここまでとしておこう。ああ、帝国政府からは特に勲章を送るつもりはない。下手に平民に勲章を送ったら 貴族勢力がうるさいのでね。
I am wrong then.
お前たち、運が良かったな。
Oh my god,
あ
shut
れほ
up.
ど上機嫌な閣下はあまり見られるものではない。おいおい、何の冗談だ。お前たちのことを気に入ったということだろう。重い言葉かもしれんが、まずは受け止めてみるがいい。私の立場から言えたことではないがな。
It is really not. So shut up and leave us be.
とてつもなかったわね。
つうか、化け物すぎんだろ。
ああ、なんていうか立ってる次元が違う気がする。ティオ、大丈夫か？
はい、なんとか。あの人から伝わってきた炎のイメージが強烈すぎてめまいを起こしましたけど。
無理ないよ。私ですら何か見えた気がしたもの。
鉄血宰相か。まさに怪物って感じだね。クロスベル程度なら人飲みにしてしまいそうだな。
でも俺たちをなぶるために呼び出したわけでもないだろう。
What did
大
he
統領も
call
そう
us
だ
here for?
俺たちに興味があったというのも嘘じゃないと思う。ならいい勉強をさせてもらったと考えた方がいいかもしれないな。
What?
言うじゃない。
あなたのそういうところはちょっと真似できないわね。
ああ、ポジティブすぎんだろ。
でも確かに落ち込んでも仕方ないですよ。
そうですね。得られた教訓は生かさないと。
とにかく休憩時間も終わりだ。ダドリーさんのところに戻って会見の結果を伝えておこう。
That was two terribly uncomfortable meetings.